Hello everybody, and in this video I am going to show you how to do your first C++ file. We're going to go ahead and use all the bells and whistles that we downloaded, all the programs. Go ahead and start by logging into PuTTY. Let's get that out of the way. Make sure you log into Joker. And also Windscape. And once that's out of the way, you can go ahead and open up your Notepad++. And in this case, you can see that I already have something written out. But we're going to start off with our first file. So first of all, we're going to have to include IO stream. And we're going to have to go ahead and do using name space std. Go ahead and write out int main. And we're going to set up some variables. Let's do int. Let's see. Let's do a for loop. So we're going to do count. Let's initialize that to 0. Let's see. What else are we going to need? Let's do some random numbers. Let's do, well, wouldn't be random, but let's do num1. Initialize that to 0. Let's do num2. Initialize that to 0. And in this case, it's just good practice to initialize your variables. So let's go ahead and do our for loop. Let's do for int I. Initialize that to 0. Let's use count less than 10. So in this case, as long as count is less than 10, it'll loop at least one time. And then we gotta increase I. So I++ is basically what it's saying is that at the end of the loop, it goes up by 1. Alright, now what can we do in this for loop? Let's go ahead and let's add another variable. Let's do, no, actually, let's leave it at that. Let's play around with num1. Let's say it equals to the loop that it's on plus count. And then for num2, let's go ahead and do the same thing. It's the loop that it's on plus count, and then we're going to do plus 1, just so that the numbers are different. Alright, now to see what the numbers produce, let's go ahead and do cout and do parentheses and type out loop, because we want to know what loop it's on. Do I, and then go ahead and do num1 to see what number num1 is holding. Then we'll end it there. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for num2. Alright, and let's go ahead and add just an inline so that way there it looks nice and neat. Cool. So let's save this as, save this desktop real quick. myfirst.cpp. then now that I have it on my desktop, I can go ahead and use Windscape and find it here. There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and put it at the top of my Joker directory, file directory. Just real simple, just drag and drop. It's there. Then I go to the command shell here. If I type in ls, you can see now that myfirst.cpp is there. So what you're going to do is G++, and then finish typing myfirst.cpp. This is going to compile that for you. As you can see, I got a couple of errors, which is not a problem. It's a simple fix. There. Just save that. And then let me just double check on any other errors. Looks good. Then go ahead and try to compile this again. Perfect. You're going to do ./a.out. Go. Looks like we got an infinity loop. And let's see where that went wrong. Oh, there it is. I forgot to increase count. So that's my mistake. And with that, that should fix it. Debugging is going to be like one of the core things you need to learn. Sometimes it'll take a while to figure out what actually went wrong. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, okay, this is what went wrong. I know exactly what we need to do to fix it. So there we go. As you can see, it tells you what loop 0, num1 did the number 0, num2 is 1, and then as you can see, like, num1 goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then num2 does all the odd numbers. Actually, I'm sorry, I misread that. Num1 does all the even numbers, and num2 does all the odd numbers. And that's basically it. That's your first introduction to your C++. But there's one more thing you need to do to make it count. We're going to go ahead and see out the most important thing to any first programming that you do, and that's got to be hello world. Now it's official. Let's compile this. There you go. Hello world. Now you're officially a programmer.